Yesterday, in our hot comments section here on China Take, we touched on the protest on Sunday against a Paraxylene or PX project in the city of Maoming, which is in the Guangdong province. Paraxylene is mainly used as a feedstock for manufacturing purified terephthalic acid or PTA, which is an important chemical in the production of fiber and plastic bottles. Many people in China, however, believe it's extremely harmful to the environment and to living organisms in general. As a result, thousands of local residents protested against the PX project, calling to move it to the outside city's downtown area. Most of the Chinese media organizations, though, remained silent over the protest, while, in stark contrast, Weibo, one of China's most influential social media platforms, has become many people's first choice for updates. Lots of pictures have been posted on the forum, some of which were then deleted. The Maoming government criticized some demonstrators who supposedly provoked police action by throwing rocks and water bottles at public facilities, saying their behavior was illegal. This is not the first time that Chinese people have demonstrated against PX projects, though. Similar cases have also previously happened in Dalian, Ningbo, and Kunming. Now, to hear more about the thoughts of Chinese internet users, let's go to our newsroom where Esther Dong will provide us a clearer picture of how people in China view the situation. Hello, Esther. First off, let's begin with the protest itself. How are net users reacting to that?
Yes, based on the comments I've seen, the majority of people are expressing their understanding and support for the protesters. First, have a listen to this Guangdong-based commenter who says on Sina.cn. There are already many oil refinery plants and ethylene factories there, and the oil refinery plants are very close to the government building. 90% of residents there suffer from rhinitis. They are fed up with these chemical factories. Of course, they will protest when hearing about the PX project. And this poster DZ Rong on Weibo.com says, who would have troubled themselves by protesting if there was nothing serious? The Maoming government always decides everything all by itself, regardless of the thoughts or input of the people. Look at the consequences of the factories there on the local environment. How can the residents there believe the government can manage the PX project well? People just want to live in an environment that they don't have to worry about sickness or death on a daily basis.
As mentioned earlier, the whole issue has been circulating on Weibo, while the Chinese media has not paid much attention to it. What are the reactions to that?
Well, yes, you are right about the circulation on Weibo, but even there, information on the whole issue hasn't been that easy to search for. Actually, Maoming PX has been considered a sensitive word search on the forum. Lots of search results have been blocked by the government. That in turn has understandably drawn lots of anger. This poster named Elsham J on Weibo.com being one of them. See, the protest happening in Maoming and even caused the conflicts between police and the protesters. But our media remained silent, and even posts on online forums have been censored. I have to say the Maoming government is too powerful. And then we also have this poster who has this to say, I just can't believe it. Such a big thing happened, but our media just ignored it. What we are frequently bombarded with on our news is stuff about Japanese politicians that they should face up to history and what they've done. Come on, enough with the political preaching. Have the Maoming leaders ever face up to what they've done?
Well, as history has shown us all, when overly indoctrinating people and not giving them a real voice, anger is the logical result. Playing devil's advocate, one thing could be asked, though, and that is, why are Chinese people so vehemently opposed to PX projects in the first place? Because it's not something that happens exclusively in China, is it? Other countries have these projects as well.
Yes, precisely so. And I've seen some posts actually pointing that out as well, that PX projects aren't as horrible as many people here think. One such example on that particular side of the fence is this one on cnr.com.cn, which says, in many countries like the US and Australia, PX isn't considered as something dangerous. And actually, PX has become an indispensable raw material in people's daily lives. The synthetic fiber in our clothes, the capsules we take, our water bottles, all have a close relation with PX. In fact, if controlled and managed well, the PX projects can be located quite close to residential areas, like in Japan, South Korea, and Singapore. But even so, most of the other posts I've seen point out why people here are so afraid of PX projects. Rentu, for example, provides this analysis. There are mainly two reasons. One, we don't do a good job in promoting scientific knowledge in China. Secondly is that due to the lack of Chinese governmental quality control, lots of factories have caused extremely serious environmental pollution in China. That understandably makes many people have absolutely no confidence in local governments as well as in any chemical plant.
Indeed. And lastly, Esther, the local government of Maoming said that if most of the Maoming residents are against the project, they certainly won't go against the public opinion. Hearing that, are internet users happy?
No, not all actually, because from reading what many of the people have been seeing on the internet, it seems there isn't a lot of trust in the local authorities based on the poor track record. First, we have this post on 163.com, which reads, but the point is, what you often hear is the voice of a small number of people. And I've also seen plenty of comments criticizing the perfunctory environmental assessments in many parts across the country. I'll wrap up with this take from Huakai Huaxie. Just look at how polluted China is. We have so many so-called environmental assessments before these projects are started. Do these assessments have any meaning?
Thanks, Esther. And that was China Take researcher Esther Dong with a look at people's serious concerns with another chemical factory going up in their area and not being provided a proper voice to have their concerns heard by local government. Next up on China Take, some of the top trending phrases on China's most popular search engines.